Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Teenage Gamer. Today, I will be talking about the Microsoft conference at E3. Now, a lot of mixed opinions about this one. A lot of people saying there's too many Kinect games, which I agree with for the most part. Well, first they started off with I think it was about 6 minutes long intro to Modern Warfare 3. Now, I don't know, you guys, because it looks a lot like Modern Warfare 2. I mean, the only thing I thought was really special and cool was the underwater part, and even that was not that exciting. It was just the guy swimming around. He wasn't doing anything that action-packed. But all in all, it was alright. I mean, it's Call of Duty. You know what to expect. Then, I'm going to skip a bunch of stuff that's, I'm going to talk about what interests me. Next one I thought was interesting was Mass Effect. I'm not going in chronological order anymore. Mass Effect, they introduced the Kinect compatibility, where instead of, using the, the controller stick on the Xbox controller to select what you want to say, you actually say it yourself into the microphone of the Kinect. I thought it was pretty interesting, and they showed a little bit of combat. It looks, in my opinion, like a lot like Mass Effect 2, but I have a friend who likes Mass Effect a lot. And then they showed off Ghost Recon, a Tom Clancy game. It was like Future Soldier, yeah. And they showed the Kinect compatibility for that. Now that, although, I'm sure it's not going to be a great game because, I don't know, personally, in my opinion, I don't like those Ghost Recon games. They just don't interest me that much. But, so then they gave a demo of a guy. He looked like he was in a training room because he was shooting at just, human analogs. And he was like, he wasn't using the controller. He was like opening his hand to shoot, and then he would like make an arm wave to switch weapons. And it looked pretty interesting. I realized that it's probably not the best way to play first-person shooters, but like he was playing the training game. When there's no one shooting back at you, it's pretty fun. It looks pretty fun. Yeah, it probably won't work online I'm sure they'll try it, but I just don't see it working online. And then, what else did they show? Oh, right, and with the Ghost Recon thing, they showed the part where you customize your weapon. It's really cool. It reminded me of Tony Stark in, Iron Man, playing around with the Jarvis, waving his arms around to move things and rotate them. The guy had his gun here, and then when he, spread his arms out, then the gun just like completely showed all of its components, and then he could like swipe his hand to rotate it, and then he could the guy, he just said I forget what it was, but it was like orient the gun to ranged combat or something. Then the game automatically puts that and it gives it a scope or whatever. So I thought that was cool. The one disappointing Kinect game that I was looking forward to, because I didn't expect the really cool games that were announced that I'll talk about later. The one I was looking forward to the most was seeing, at least as far as Kinect games go, I'll just say that, was a Star Wars Kinect. Who doesn't want to fling their lightsaber around? And, what I was thinking about earlier today was, like, you could lift your hand up and pretend to choke a stormtrooper or whatever. Who doesn't want to do that? So, I was disappointed with what... Well, it disappointed me because it just... here's the thing, guys. Don't get me wrong. I love the Xbox. I like Kinect, or at least for the most part. But the thing is it's not one-to-one, which is what you need in a Star Wars game. Yes, it is extremely close to one-to-one, but it's not. And that's what bothers me about Kinect. Yes, it works in all the, Dance Central. I've played that. I liked it. It's fun. it definitely shows in the games with the avatars, where you're waving your hand and then the arm goes all over the place. That's happened, and then that certainly shows with the Star Wars thing demo. And some people are saying that Microsoft records the video shown on the screen, and then they just have an actor acting it out. That might be true. I'd be really mad, and I'd feel ripped off for that. But anyways, that's not the point. When the kid or teenager or whatever, he was swinging his arm around, and it was just really slow. And that's not what Star Wars is about. In Star Wars, they're flinging their lightsabers around at like lightning speed, and here's this kid just going whoom, whoom, and whoom, and it's just not. It just doesn't look exciting. It was cool with the Force powers. That I'll give them. The Force powers was cool. I don't really see how space battles are going to work. I guess we'll see about that. How much time do we have left? Okay. So yeah, the space battles were cool. I don't know how that's gonna work. They showed a video on Entertainment Weekly that like you get to play as the Rancor, which I thought was cool. You like stomp on the people. That looked pretty fun. Oh, and I feel sorry for the first player, because it's a two-player game. So I feel sorry for the first player, because the second player is lucky enough to play as Kit Fisto, who's the green guy, and he's awesome. Anyway, so moving on. That was a little bit disappointing. But then, they showed off Gears of War 3. I'm not going to talk about that a whole lot, because, the beta's out, everybody knows the general idea of it. They just showed the campaign, and it had like this giant tentacle creature. It looked really cool. And the graphics were really good too. Like I could definitely notice on like the people, the graphics were significantly, maybe not significantly, but they were better than Gears 2. Then they made the Halo announcement that everybody expected. That was the Halo Combat Evolved remake in HD that's coming out at the end of this year. Now, when they showed the video, they showed, they were like 10 years ago, Halo changed the world, and blah, blah, blah. And then I looked at it, and I was like, it's cool. Like, I like how the elites look just as buff and huge as they did in Reach. I really like the Reach elites, so that's what they looked like. I realize it's running on the Reach engine, but it looked a lot like Reach. I mean, I wonder what they're going to do with the armor abilities, if they're going to keep that, or probably toss it out. My guess is that they're going to toss it out. They might keep Sprint, though. But yeah, Combat Evolved is one of the best games I've ever played. It deserves its place in history. But it looks good. But what I think is good, the good decision that they're making, is that it's not a full-price game. And that, if it had been the $60 that a normal game is, I would have been disappointed. But they're making it $40, or, supposedly. Assuming it's $40, because that's what ODST was. And this guy in an interview said it wasn't full price, so that's the estimated, or that's the guess. Which is good. And there's multiplayer. They said there's a firefight map. So it's not as big as, like, Halo Reach was. But people are wondering, if they're going to have Forge. I actually wouldn't count on that, because that's a pretty big thing to have in a half-price game. Not half-price, but, lower price. So, yeah, that looks good. I'll definitely try it out. That being said, I think I'm a little more excited on what they showed in the last 2 minutes of their presentation. And that was the Halo 4 teaser trailer. Now that was awesome, because I loved, 1 through. I'm here. I forgot to mention that Halo is my favorite video game series ever. I mean, I realize it's odd that I'm a Nintendo fan, but my favorite franchise is not a Nintendo game. It's Halo. But this trailer was so odd, but it captured everybody's attention. So I don't know if you guys have seen it. You should definitely check it out. It starts out with like Master Chief's heart, and then because at first no one has any idea what the video is. Okay, I know some people saw this coming, but I honestly had no idea that Halo 4 would be coming, and let alone and they announced it at this E3. Yeah, it starts out with like inside Master Chief's body, and you see his heart pumping, and then I was like, okay, I don't really know what this is, and then you hear Cortana's voice say John, and I was like, oh my god, it's Halo 4, suckers, and I got so excited. It's just, and then Master Chief like kicks out of the I forget what it's called, carbon sleeping chamber or whatever, and then he's all worried, and Cortana's like, Chief, the whole spaceship's going to hell, and then he's like, oh my god, we gotta grab Cortana, and it was awesome, and just everything's blowing up around them. Cortana looked very different, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed, but she had black hair. She looked quite different. Yeah, and then so he has a jetpack now, which is interesting. Some people are hoping that he won't have it the whole time, because, then that kind of ruins Halo 3. So yeah, then he shows a jetpack. And then I also noticed, you can see it in the images, he grabs a gun, it looks like the pistol, but then he attaches something onto it. Okay, this is just what I think happened, but I'm pretty sure this is what happened. It looks like it's like a grenade launcher that you attach to your pistol, and you can kind of see it in the snapshot where he's like standing with the explosion in the background, whatever. It's really cool, and I love that picture. I actually made it my background on my computer. I forgot to mention the designs for Master Chief in these two games. I think that the Halo remake Master Chief, they made it look too much like the original Halo 1 Master Chief. He's still blocky, and his helmet looks weird. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I did not like the new HD Master Chief, the way he looked. However, in Halo 4, his armor looks awesome. It's all beefed up, and he's got, the jetpack, which I don't really care about the jetpack, but maybe it's just for maneuvering through space, if they have space scenes or something. Kind of like in Dead Space, but it looks really cool. I definitely really like the new Master Chief. The graphics look really good. I mean, see, this is what I don't get about video games, too, is they can make all these awesome, CG animations, for, like, all the cutscenes and stuff, and then I'm just like, why can't they make that awesome cutscenes for the gameplay? Because the cutscenes are always 10 times better than the graphics in the game. But, then again, I don't know a whole lot about how they make video games, so I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch of crap for that in the comments. Let me see, I have 2 minutes left. So, yeah, that pretty much sums it up for my impressions. I hope you guys liked it. Post a comment, subscribe. What do you think was the best part? I was blown away by Halo 4. So, yeah, and just give me your reaction. I think that... Oh, I just want to say really quick, in my opinion, the the Xbox TV thing is a total waste of time. If you're plugging in your Xbox to a TV, you probably already have cable, or satellite, or whatever. I think it's a total waste of money. And, what else? Oh yeah, so they have the new interfaces. Oh, yes, something that is not mentioned in the majority of other videos. The cloud, whatchamacallit. Your save files on your Xbox are now going to be on the cloud, so you can go into, like, your friend's Xbox, log in, and all your save files will be there. So I think that's pretty cool. How much time do I have? Okay, I have 1 minute left. So, yeah, just subscribe, comment, see what you think. I overall think that it was an okay conference. I mean, in my opinion, other than the Halo announcements and Gears of War, it wasn't really that good. But Halo 4 and Halo Remake pretty much make up for that, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I'll try to make some more videos as soon as I can, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye-bye.